How to create Google Forms complete tutorial. Creating a Google form is one of the easiest and most efficient ways to collect data, whether you're running a survey, organizing an event, taking quizzes, or requesting feedback. Now, to begin, go ahead and open your browser and go right into Google Forms and go to their website. Now, if you're not already logged in with your Google account, you'll need to sign in with your account. Now, once you're in, you will be greeted with this interface. Okay, so to start off, you're simply going to click on blank form so we can learn the process from scratch. Now, over here at the top of the form where it says untitled form, you can give your form a title. So let's say I'm going to call this contact form. Okay, so I'm just going to call it that. Now, once we have named it this, what's going to happen from here is you can go ahead and find a description field right under it. So right over here is your description field. And in the description field, you can add anything. It's totally optional, but you can explain what your form is. Now, moving to the form body, you'll see your first untitled question. So what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and name it anything. So let's say I'm going to call this name. Okay. Now, once we do this, now you're automatically going to be given a multiple choice. But obviously, we want a name. So we're going to switch it to short answer. And we're going to switch it to required. Now, what this does is when someone writes it in, it's going to be a short answer. And if someone misses it, the form will let them know that this is absolutely required. Now, if we click on the drop down, you can see more options. Okay, there are tons of options like paragraph, checkboxes, drop down, linear scale, multiple choice grid, date or time. If you're collecting names or email addresses, short answer is the best. For feedback or open-end responses, paragraph is more suitable. Let's say you're asking how satisfied are you with your service, you might choose a linear scale from 1 to 5, where 1 means not satisfied or 5 means very satisfied. Once your question is typed in, you can click the required toggle at the bottom right, which means it must be answered before submitting. Pretty easy. Now, to add another question, what you're going to do is you're going to be basically going on ahead and you're going to click on the plus option that they give you right here. And this adds another question for you. Now, you can keep repeating this process to add more questions, choosing different types depending on the kind of responses you need. You can also use the T icon to add section headers or descriptions between your questions. Okay, that is something you can do as well. You can drag questions into the new sections or add fresh ones right there. You can even make conditional paths so that people see different questions depending on how they answer. To do this, what you're going to do is you're going to be clicking the 3 dots at the bottom right of a question. So right over here, you can click any 3 dots for yourself and you can go based on logic. Okay, so let's say I'm going to make it look a little pretty. So let's go with satisfied. Okay, and over here, we're going to go with a linear scale, 1 to 5. 1 is no, and 5 is very. So let's say I'm going to keep it to this right now. Now, once this is done, let's actually work on the appearance. So at the top, there is a color palette icon right here. Now, this lets you change the theme of your work. So you can pick a color scheme, choose a background color, or even upload a header image to match your branding or event. So while Google Forms has limited theme designs featured compared to other tools, it's clean and functional for most users. So what's going to happen over here is, let's say I want to change my font to Impact and the question font. Let's change this to Oswald. Once that is done, you can also change the font size and the text. Let's keep that on Rapoto. Then you can also, as I said, choose image. So let's say I'm going to upload an image by myself, or you can even use their very own themed images. So let's say I'm going to add that in my header. So there we have it. Now you can also choose the color of your design according to yourself. So let's say I want a darker color scheme, right? So we click on add. And there's your background, or even go with any light surreal color you want to go with. Now, once all of this is done from our side, you can also go ahead and preview. So you come to preview, and as you can see, you can simply go ahead and accept responses for yourself as well, which is pretty cool. So you can see how your form actually works. Now, let's explore the response section. So you can go to responses. And here all the answers will be collected. You'll be able to view a summary, see individual responses, and even download the data. But the best part is that you can link the form to a Google Sheet. This automatically exports every response into a spreadsheet where you can further analyze the data or keep long-term records. So just click the green sheets icon and create a new spreadsheet for yourself. Now, this is especially powerful for businesses or educators who want to manage large volumes of data in real time. You can also enable or disable accepting responses. So if you're done collecting data, just switch the toggle off and people won't be able to submit anymore. You can also set up notifications so you get an email each time a response is received. So automation is also in play. Now, on forms, you can also make quizzes or self-grading tests, okay? And to do that, you're going to click on section settings. You're going to click on make this a quiz and release grades immediately after each submission. And once that is done, let's say default question value, I'm going to go with 1. Okay, then once that is done, responses, let's say collected by email addresses. And once all of that is done, what's going to happen is you can actually come here and make it a proper quiz. Okay, and you can invite different people to this quiz as well, and you can add confirmation messages at the end like thanks for submitting or we'll get back to you shortly, etc. Another handy tip, if you need to collaborate with a team or share your form's editing rights, you're going to click these menu over here to share, and once that is done, you can simply share it with any person you want through email. Or what you can do is you can give them to different people through your links as well. So that is pretty incredible. Finally, you can also duplicate your form for reuse. If you made a great form and want to make the same structure for a different purpose, click this design right over here. And from here, you can simply go ahead and make a copy of your form just as you go on. You can also add add-ons to make your form look better, make it more pop-off, give it more features. You also have quiz AI makers, GPT forms, pretty forms designer, etc. So just use all of these things with each other, integrate, and you can work with it incredibly. This saves time and ensures consistency. You can also print your form or convert it into a PDF. By mastering all these options, you turn Google Forms from a simple tool into a powerful productivity asset. It's ideal for teachers, students, marketers, business owners, and virtually anyone looking to gather structured information effortlessly. Now that completes the full tutorial on how to use Google Forms from start to finish. You know how to build your form, organize its sections, and customize its appearance, distribute it, collect data, and analyze responses. So with this knowledge, you can create polished, functional forms in just a few minutes. So if this video was helpful and you want more tutorials like this one, make sure to follow, keep learning, and I'll be seeing all of you in the next video. Have a great day. Goodbye.